Hello everyone. Well, it's our next lesson, building on multiplication and division. And today we're going to look at problems. And in this lesson we're going to choose, is it multiplication or is it division? How do we know? How do we think about it? Well, there are quite a few words in blue and green, and we may well come back to that later on. But let's start with some diagrams, some pictures. I want to just show how multiplication and division are related to each other, but they are inverse operations. So looking over here now on this side now, in multiplication we know all the parts. We know that the groups are all the same size. We know it's the same number however many times. And we use that information to work out the whole amount. So when we draw it, we draw a bar model. And if it's 3 teams of 8 children, 3 teams, of 8 children, we'd draw a bar model that looks like this. We'd be able to draw 3 parts, 1 part, 2 parts, 3 parts, and each of the parts is 8. We know the parts. We need to add them up to say how many children altogether. So 3 times 8 is 24. It's the whole, look, that we don't know. When we multiply, we don't know the whole, we're trying to work it out. But now look on the other side over here, thinking about division. Imagine that we had 24 children and we wanted to put into 3 teams. 24 children put into 3 teams. Well, we draw a bar diagram now. We know the whole amount is 24. 24 what? 24 children altogether. What we don't know is how many will be in each part. So the question mark here is not how many is the whole, but how many in each part. How many in each group, in each team. So it's the mystery number 3 times, 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and we use our 3 times table. How many 3's make 24? 8 times 3. So 24 divided by 3, that makes 8. We don't know how many is 8. We use division to work out to start with the whole amount, to split it into 3 parts, and to work out how much each part is. So let's look at some problems and see how can we choose multiplication or division. Ooh, right. Jamie buys 4 pencils. Altogether in total, the whole amount that he spends, it costs 48 pence. How much does 1 pencil cost? So, pause the video in a minute and think, is it multiplication or division? And why? Have a go. So, pause it now. Okay, hope you've had a go. Well, let me think about this. Does it mean that each pencil is 48 pence? It doesn't, does it? If we drew a bar model for this, and I'll try to draw a neat one, the whole amount, the altogether number, we know that. So the whole amount that he spends is 48 pence. And actually, that 48 pence is to buy 1, 2, 3, 4 pencils. So I've got to split my 48 into 4 parts. Why? Well, because there's 4 pencils, and each of the pencils costs the same amount. We can see then, same thing. So there's a number we don't know, the mystery number. What could it be? Well, it's the mystery number. How many times? 1 times, 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. The mystery number 4 times makes 48. We know the whole is 48. We split it into 4 equal parts. This must be a division problem. 48 divided by 4. We use our 4 times table. How many 4s make 48? And the answer is 12. And of course, what does that mean? It means 12 pence for the first pencil, 12 pence for the second pencil, 12 pence for the third pencil, 12 pence for the last pencil. How much does 1 pencil cost? We should answer our question by saying 1 pencil costs 12 pence. We can check it by saying, well, 12 times 4, because it would be 12 pence, another 12 pence, another 12 pence, another 12 pence. It's 48. Ooh, phew, good. Right, let's have a go at our next problem. Hold on, I've drawn it out a little bit more neatly. It's division because we are splitting up the whole into equal parts. We know the whole. We know we've got to split it into 4 parts, 4 pencils. I buy 4 apples. I can see them. They look nice. 4 apples. Each apple costs 20 pence. How much does it cost me altogether? Well, I've got my apples here. This word, each apple. Well, that means every apple, or 1 apple. Each is another word that means 1 or every. So, what I really mean is 20 pence for this apple, 20 pence for this apple, 20 pence for this apple, 20 pence for this apple. Hold on, if I drew it as a bar model, how would it look? Well, it'd look a little bit the same. I know I need to now draw 4 boxes for 4 apples. 2, 3, 4. But I know that inside each box, each apple is 20 pence. Each bar or each box means 1 apple. So what number is it? 1, 2, 3, 4 times. It's 20 pence times 4. I'm sorry that my 20 looks a bit like a Z there. Right, 20 pence times 4. Well, 2 times 4 is 8. So 20 times 4 is 80. How much does it cost me altogether? Let's answer the question at the top. 80 pence. It was a multiplication question. We knew each part was 20, but we didn't know the whole amount, so we had to multiply to find out how many altogether. Now, in a computer game, Jack gets 4 hearts. And altogether he gets 24 points. Or I could have written, he gets 24 points in total. What is a heart worth? Have a go. Pause the video. Try it. Multiplication or division, and why? Okay, well, altogether he gets 24 points. Oh, that means that I know the whole amount. I know how many points he gets altogether. So the whole is 24 points. And that whole's got to be split up into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. Because there are 4 hearts, and each heart is the same. It's the same value. So this must be, remember when I divide, I put the whole amount first, 24, split into 4 parts, the whole 24, split into 1, 2, 3, 4 parts. 24 divided by 4, I've got to use my 4 times table, 6. And it means 6 points for each heart. If we start looking back here, we could say 6 points for this heart, 6 points for this heart, 6 points for this heart. I can check it. Each heart is 6 points. There are 4 of them. 6 times 4 is 24. Whew. What is a heart worth? If I answer my own question, it is worth 6 points. Okay. Let's have a go. Another question. 3 friends share a prize of £36 equally. How much should each friend get? Is it division or is it multiplication? Ask yourself, do we know how much there is altogether? Have a go. Pause the video. Have a go. Okay. Well, I can see the 3 friends there. And this question tells us that the prize is worth £36. It does not mean that each friend gets £36. So the whole prize we know. So the whole amount is 36. We need to split it into 3 parts. Why into 3 parts? Because there's 1, 2, 3 friends and they are sharing it equally. Each one's getting the same. So the whole amount is 36. We are splitting it up or dividing it into 3 parts. We're going to use our 3 times table. 36 divided by 3 is 12. And of course it means 12 for you in the red shirt, 12 for the man in the yellow shirt, and 12 for the blue-green shirt. How much should each friend get? Don't forget to answer your question. £12. It's dividing. We knew the whole amount. We knew we wanted to split it into 3 parts. We were working out how many in each part. A teacher wants to make 4 teams out of 32 children. There must be the same number of children in each team. How many children should be in each team? Is it multiplication or division? Have a go. Well, I can see 4 teams. How many children are there altogether? 4 teams out of 32 children altogether. So the whole amount is 32 children, split into 1, 2, 3, 4 teams. It's 32 children divided into 4 teams makes 8 children in each team. So team 1, 8 children, team 2, 8 children, team 3, 8 children, team 4, 8 children. How many children should be in each team? 8. It's dividing. We knew how many children altogether. We wanted to split them up into equal teams, equal groups. In a game, I get 5 stars. Each star is worth 30 points. How many points do I get? Well, remember that word each? It means every or 1 star. 30 points for this star, 30 points for the next one, 30. It doesn't mean altogether 30 stars. So how many times is it the number 30? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 times 30. Oh, I remember. 5 times 3 equals 15. So 5 times 30 is 150. What do I get? I get 150 points. Okay. There are 6 boys in a class. The number of girls in the class is 3 times the number of boys. How many girls are there? Well, 6 boys in a class. The number of girls. I'm going to draw it. I'm going to draw a bar model for this. It's not obvious to me. So I want to know how many. So what do I know? I know there are boys in the class. I'm going to draw the number of boys. I'm going to say the number of boys is 6. The number of girls in the class is 3 times the number of boys. Okay. So the girls is the number of boys. What's the number of boys? It's 6. It's the number of boys 3 times. 1 time. 2 times. 3 times. How many girls are there? Well, it's the number 6 times 3. 18 girls. It was a multiplication question. So, we'll do our last one now. 4 cylinders is worth 24 points altogether. Well, we know the whole, so it must be that it's 24 points is the whole number of points, divided by 4 is 6. Each of the cylinders is worth 6. 1 cylinder is worth 6 points. 1 circle is worth 30. How much are 4 circles? So 1 circle is worth 30. Well, the next circle is worth another 30, another 30, and another 30. 30 times 4. Whoa, 120 points. So, I hope that has been a bit of revising for multiplication and division. And when you do your work, which you will find in the link below and on Google Classroom, guys, do the work, have a go, and if you find it helpful to use a bar model, please do. But do think about the whole and the parts. Okay, thanks ever so much. See you soon. Bye.